Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Jhyve. I'm a singer-songwriter from Toronto, and I want to spend a little time today playing you some music, performing some music for you, but not only that, having a conversation about why music's so important to me, the role of music in my life, and why I think music and the arts is such an important thing, not just for the artists themselves, but for the people listening to the music. It's such a powerful mode of conversation, music. And we don't realize it until we see all the places that music is in our lives. You know, music is the soundtrack of our walks to school or our bus rides. Music's the soundtrack to our relationships, our friendships, our good times, our bad times. Music has turned into something that just is the stories of our lives. You know what I mean? And that's, I think, really, really interesting. I think that's the power of music. And I think it's the power of being an artist. One of the reasons I got into trying to be an artist was the fact that I saw how much music was important to me. I saw how much I loved doing it. And at one point I just decided, hey, let me do it myself. You know, if I can make somebody feel like half as good as music's made me feel over the course of my life, I feel like I've done a pretty good job. So, how did I get started with music? Good question. I think with me, what really kind of got it going was just the fact that I was around music all the time. My family's very musical. My mom was in the choir when I was growing up. She still is. My dad, like growing up, he was a DJ. He still is. So it was just music was everywhere in my house. I couldn't escape it, even if I wanted to. And then they put us in like piano lessons when we were kids and all that kind of stuff. But it didn't really hit me until like my late teens when I'd kind of like moved out and I was going to university and stuff like that. And then I started kind of discovering it for myself and thinking to myself, hey, like, I actually really like doing this. Like, I should try it out or do it more at least. Um, so I don't think there was like a specific point where I thought to myself, hey, like, I want to be an artist. Like, I want it to be my career. I just love doing it. You know, in the start, all I was really doing was like going to open mics and learning to play guitar and writing and just trying to like collaborate with whoever I could. Um, there wasn't really a point where it's like, I'm gonna get started now. I just wanted to keep doing it. And so at one point I realized like, hey, if I can like make money doing this stuff, like, you know, just telling my stories and being on stage and singing, all the better. So I'd say it was probably my early 20s when that kind of transition happened for me though. And then yeah, I kind of considered myself a professional from there and, you know, here we are. I am absolutely not exaggerating when I say music has been absolutely everything in terms of my mental health and my own wellness. Any artist that I feel like really gets started in music, you do it because you feel like you have a story to tell. You feel like you have something to say. Like you're seeing the world around you, you're seeing the things you're going through, you're experiencing this world, and you want to talk about it, right? You want to tell other people, like, this is my story, this is what I'm going through. And music has always been that channel for me to just be able to say, hey, like, this is my story, this is how I see things. And that's so, so, so important. You know, I think everybody craves that feeling, wants that feeling of just wanting to know that somebody is out there hearing them. And music's just been that channel for me for as long as I can remember. So it's been very, very crucial, even more crucial since the pandemic started and we can't be around each other. We can't, like, I can't just go visit somebody or visit a friend because everything's on lockdown, everything's closed, and it sucks. So, no, music's been that thing that in those moments of solitude, you know, I can pick up my guitar and I can sit down and I can like write about how I'm feeling and talk about how I'm feeling, you know, and, you know, music always listens. I feel like at this point, I only share stories through music. I mean, it's always been that thing in my life where I can, again, like turn on my mic, sit down, start playing my guitar and just say what I have to say without judgment, without like fear of somebody looking at me or feeling a certain way about what I'm saying. I can just speak it. And that's so important. I've always been the kind of person that when I sit down and I want to like write a song or make a song, it's the things that inspire me the most. You know, it's like love, it's life, it's just existing and being a part of this like human experience. And that can be everything, right? Especially the things that are like the most emotionally charged, the things that like leave an imprint on us, you know? Things like, you know, people we've loved, people we've lost, the people we've met along the way. I've always loved getting into themes about like politics and culture, being able to speak my opinion on what's going on in the world around me and just say it. Like I said, just say it without judgment. Um, and when it comes down to blackness and identity, I've really, 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 in a lot of my more recent music, um, tried to pay attention to that intersection between like blackness and mental health, because I feel like it's an area that doesn't get covered enough. You know what I mean? Black mental health is one of those things that, um, like I remember growing up and when I was like young, like we didn't have talks in the house about anxiety. We didn't have talks in the house about depression. Like my parents were immigrant parents. They came here with nothing. They expected all of us to just be doctors and stuff. Like it wasn't the kind of thing where we sat down and was like, okay, how's your heart? How's your mind? How's your state of mind? Like, how are you really? It was, they're always just like parenting us like they were raising soldiers. It was a very interesting thing. And it wasn't like it was a bad thing. It's just, it's like I feel like it's a story of like a lot of like immigrant parents, how they raise their kids, because they raise their kids like their kids can't afford to mess up because they sacrificed everything to get to Canada, that sort of story. And, my parents, that experience was very similar. So I find as I grew up and got older, I wanted to have conversations more about mental health because there were conversations that I never had that I wish I had. There were conversations I wish that somebody had with me when I was younger. And so music's kind of become a way of paying that forward. Today I get to share a couple songs with you and I hope you enjoy them. Hey guys, so the first song I'm doing today is a song called Down. And I can honestly say that Down's probably like the most important song I've ever written. Mostly because it was a song that I really needed to write at the time that I was going through what I was going through. You ever have those moments in your life where you just have like an incredible high followed by like a brutal low? That was the moment in which I wrote Down. I just come off of like a Juno nomination and I was doing shows and touring and performing, and then all of a sudden things just kind of ground to a halt. And it felt very much like all of the momentum that I had, everything that I had going for me just kind of like disappeared in the period of a few months. And I caught myself just like down and like moving back home and kind of like sad and a little depressed, if I'm being honest with you. And Down kind of became the song where I allowed myself to like admit that things weren't going my way, We spend a lot of time on our Instagram feeds, like scrolling through our feeds, and all we see is people's wins. We never see people's losses, people's hardships, people's struggles, because people don't like to talk about that stuff. And so Down was the first time that I actually admitted to myself, okay, like I'm going through it, I'm down right now. And it became the soundtrack to my healing. And so I hope in some way you guys connect with that too. So here's Down. I'ma just get going when the Uber's here. You're crying and I'm sharing. I know I messed up again. I sabotage it, not the first to know this. I can't love you, cause I don't love me. This baggage I carry making me buckle my knees. And all it took was one bad breakup to make everyone a suspect. I'd rather make myself hate you now than to go through that again. There are a million better ways that I can handle things, but I would rather drink and spiral to let them know it's real. Go numb to the things that I feel. And I go down, going down, down, down. And I go down, going down, down, down. And I don't care. Ignorance is bliss. So I go down, going down, down, down. I'm losing my patience. I become a slave to expectations. Music been my mission. my religion. I can't trust you, cause I don't trust me. I bought into lies I was dumb enough to believe. I gave up friendships, I did some things I'm afraid to mention. But every year that I do not get it, I go deeper into self-destruction, yeah. There are a million better ways that I can handle things, but I would rather drink and spiral till I don't know what's real. Go down to the things that I feel. Oh, and I go down, going down, 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 and I go down, going down, 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 and I don't care, ignorance is bliss. I go down, going down, 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 going 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 down, Hey guys, so the song I'm about to do next is a song called About Her. And funny enough, About Her isn't actually about one person. It's about all the women in my life that I've been lucky enough to have in my life that have left a positive impact on me. So what I did is I just kind of imagined the idea of this perfect woman, and I wrote a song about that woman. But in writing the song, it helped me kind of gain a little perspective of just how lucky I've been just to have these people around me. So yeah, this is about her and it's a vibe, and I hope y'all connect with it.
Yes, something about her. It's kind of hard to put into words, but I'ma try, yeah. I think she broke through. 5'6", little thick, mom jeans down to the Air Forces, that's you. Top bun like she knows she don't gotta try so hard to make her light shine through. And the kicker, of course, she's humble with how she moves. Accidental, angelic aesthetic. And she got love for some Basquiat, some wine and parks, dirt bass on the leather of my push to start. From the city where you might as well be swimming with sharks. Found a diamond, of course. She got love for some foreign films, an evening drive, deep talks leave us crying but at peace inside. From the city where you mess with one, you mess with 20 others. But it's something special about her. Something special about her. Yes. If her mind was a maze, I could wander for days. Something special about her. I said I think she broke through. Grandma raised her where mama wasn't able. Guess that's why she kinda old school. Yeah. Got the biggest heart around, but we'll cut you off quick if your tone get rude. She don't got no degrees, but smarter than most who do. Introspective, well-polished street knowledge. And she got love for some Basquiat, some wine and parks, dirt bass on the leather of my push to start. From the city where you might as well be swimming with sharks. Found a diamond, of course. She got love for some foreign films, an evening drive, deep talks leave us crying but at peace inside. From the city where you mess with one, you mess with 20 others. Yeah. But there's something special about her. Something special about her. Said I think she broke through, yeah. What can you do?